So tired. Oh my god! Thunder! What do I do? My Thunder Buddies! Let's do this, guys. Thunder Buddies song. Just like every day. Let's do it. Ready, set, go! When you hear the sound of thunder, don't you get too scared. Just grab your Thunder Buddies and say these magic words. F you, Thunder! You can suck my dick. You can't get me, Thunder, cause you're just scuds farts. Ted. The first time I heard about Ted, it was about several months ago, and then the Red Band trailer came out, and I was like, oh, the creator of Family Guy is actually directing, writing, and starring as a teddy bear, and I was like, this could be interesting. I watched the Red Band trailer, oh my god, I was laughing my ass off. I just expected it to be a fun, rated R comedy, and finally after seeing Ted, I am glad to say that I actually really enjoyed this movie. The basic premise of Ted is there is this little boy who's around 8 years old. During Christmas Day, he actually gets a Christmas present from his mom and dad of this teddy bear. He wishes that the bear actually comes to life. And then the teddy bear comes to life, and then they become friends and all that, and then 30 years later, the boy now is a grown man who's played by Mark Wahlberg, and then the Ted now is actually really old too. Now Ted, who used to be like this really nice cuddly bear a long time ago, now he's like this bad-mouthed, says a lot of bad words, smokes. Mark Wahlberg has a girlfriend who's played by Mila Kunis, but the problem is that Mila Kunis wants Ted to move out of the house, so Mila Kunis wants Ted kind of out of his life, so Mila Kunis and Mark Wahlberg's relationship would kind of go up and upper because now the relationship is really strong. The best thing about Ted, in my opinion, is Seth MacFarlane, who is the director, writer, and also he's the voice of Ted. He's in the show of Family Guy, which is only animation. Since he did Family Guy, and now he's transitioning to Ted, there's actually a few scenes that actually feel like it's like a live action version of Family Guy, and actually transcends very well, and also he keeps the way he shoots his movies, like his frames, his vision. Seth MacFarlane is also the writer of Ted, and also the two other guys is actually the writers of Family Guy, so they're actually like working together. The way Seth MacFarlane and the two other writers wrote this movie, it's actually really impressive for a comedy because there's a lot of different styles of comedy, racist humor, there's also raunchy humor, there's also a lot of crude humor, there's also a lot of mean humor, there's also a lot of slapstick. So funny, oh my god, there were a few scenes that I was laughing out loud. I was slapping my knee, I was clapping, I was actually rocking the chair a couple times. The movie's also well acted overall. For example, Mickey Rourke. Did I just call him Mark Wahlberg Mickey Rourke? Mark Wahlberg was good, and he's actually a really good comedic actor. Like, if you've seen the other guys, he has some really good comedic chops. In this movie, Ted, he has some good comedic scenes with Ted, and also like some of his line delivery is actually very good. Mila Kunis, who plays Mark Wahlberg's girlfriend, she didn't really have a really like three-dimensional role. What her role had, she did a good job. Ted the teddy bear, who's played by Seth MacFarlane, who's also the director and writer, who's actually very good as the Ted the teddy bear. His voice and like the way he like has to like act as a bear, it's really, really nice. The supporting cast was good too. I'm not going to really talk about it that much. There's actually 2 cameos. I'm not going to spoil anything. A nice thing about Ted that actually really surprised me when I watched it, there were a few scenes that were really dramatic and got more into a serious direction. There was a few scenes that were kind of emotional, and it was like actually had a lot of heart. Even if I liked Ted and enjoyed it, there were a few problems with this movie. First of all, just that Mark Wahlberg, Mila Kunis chemistry. I just have not seen them as a couple in any second in this movie. The movie's funny overall, but the comedy was a little inconsistent throughout. In the beginning, it was funny, really funny, and then eventually it was getting hilarious, and then in the middle, it started to only be a few chuckles and kind of funny, and then it got funnier again. And also, there's a subplot in this movie. I'm not going to say the subplot because I don't want to spoil it. It kind of made the movie a little longer, and it kind of made those scenes really uninteresting. Like, there was still some comedy in this subplot, but it just didn't really fit with the narrative. So yeah guys, overall, I enjoyed Ted. It's a good movie. It's funny throughout. It's a really fun time at the movies. It's an impressive directorial debut for Seth MacFarlane, and I hope he makes more movies. I'm actually going to give it a really high 7.5 out of 10. If you're a fan of Family Guy and is the age of like 15 to maybe 30, just I recommend this movie in theaters. So hope you guys enjoyed my review, and yeah, see you guys later.